From 2008 to 2014, as fracking boomed, so did the business of hauling oil by train. During that time period, crude by rail surged 5,000%, peaking at just over 1 million barrels per day in the third quarter of 2014. But as crude prices have collapsed, volumes for the biggest railroads have tumbled by nearly a quarter, according to the Association of American Railroads.
When oil production starts to drop, so does moving oil drop. And one of the areas that's been the most affected has been the light, sweet crude that comes out of the Bakken, a larger percentage of which went on rail.
The lion's share of trains that haul crude originate in North Dakota's Bakken Formation. Energy data firm Genscape estimates there's 1.2 million barrels per day of rail capacity. But only 350,000 barrels are currently being loaded, down by almost half from a year ago. The process of railing Bakken crude to coastal refineries has become less economical because it's expensive. And the pricing premium of international oil has disappeared, which has made imported crude more attractive once again to those refineries. Now, oil is still a small piece, only 2% of overall business for the railroads, but it was a fast-growing, high-margin one. It's also throwing a number of infrastructure projects into question, including how much oil this Phillips 66 refinery, Bayway, will continue to accept via rail. The slump is beginning to affect rail car manufacturers and leasing companies like Greenbrier Companies, Trinity Industries, American Railcar Industries, and GATX. After a record number of deliveries in 2015, analysts say railcar demand has begun to weaken.
All of those items have combined to form a headwind in this market, and we've seen railcar backlog fall by roughly 20% from peak levels a year ago.
But there have been some winners as well, particularly grain shippers. Over the last 2 winters, when oil trains still took precedence in the Dakotas, many agricultural customers suffered steep delivery delays. That dynamic has reversed, and while the grain market is struggling with its own headwinds, railroad gridlock is no longer one of them. For Nightly Business Report, I'm Morgan Brennan in Linden, New Jersey.